Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I'm really excited. I'll probably make a lot of mistakes because I'm really excited. I got this new PL-520 made by Tecsun. It was sent to me by Ann from Anaco, and I did, as I mentioned in the previous video, I did a show showing you on the internet. I think it was AliExpress where you could get these about 3 months ago, but the writing here and the manual was in Chinese. Well, now we got English. Everything's English. So that makes it much easier. And first off, if you remember this guy, this is the 330. This is an excellent radio. AM, FM, shortwave, long wave, medium wave. And this one is an improvement over it. And I'm going to try to, in a few minutes, I won't go over everything, discuss some of the differences. Now, the first difference that I noticed is, and let me put this telescopic antenna down before I break it. Don't need it right now. Get it lined up correctly. So we can, there we go. I got it laid down. Okay. This one, this is a knit, the edges were a little sharp. Not much, but what they've done on the new one is they've smoothed it out. And they changed the basic color. This one is, I don't think it comes in black anymore. I think it comes in this kind of tannish, greenish black. Display's the same. The keys are pretty much the same. They added a couple of function keys. They did add, which I love, is, and I can't get my finger under it. There we go. Is I am so excited. They added a kickstand. And one of the things that I really wanted the kickstand for is because of the geometry of this case, it's pretty narrow, so it's easy, very easy to knock over. And oh my gosh, if it fell to the floor and cracked the screen, I'd be devastated. So anyway, so they've added that. Comes with earbuds, and these are pretty good earbuds. Charging cable. It's now a USB-C with the latest. This one, which is an earlier version, I think the newer version, has the old style charging cable. Not a big deal. Comes with a nice soft carrying pouch, storage pouch. And a very good, detailed, all English. This is not 20 different languages. This is, what is it, 30 pages? 29 pages, all English. So super manual. Another biggie is they added, oh, excuse me, my paper was all caught under my camera. And put the camera back down where it belongs. I'm sorry. They added more bandwidths. The 330, the long wave, medium wave had 2.5, 3.5, 9 kilohertz. And on short wave, it had 3, 2.5, 3.5, and 5. This one, the 520, has 2.3, 3.5, 5.0, and 9.0. So they added 5.0 for long wave and medium wave. For short wave, it's now 2.3 to 3.5, 5, and 6. They've added the 6. Now my notes said the lower one changed from 2.5 to 2.3. Now I just checked that. That might be a typo error. Let me want to check this real quick. Bandwidths, let me get back on screen now that I figured out where the button is. Okay, there's 5. Oop, I'm throwing what I'm doing there. Okay, try to get there's 5, 3.5. So it is 3.5. So that's, I believe, a typo error. Oh no, question is it 2.3? All right, we'll get our act together here in a minute. It is 2.3. Okay. So it might not be 2.3 on the 330. Doesn't make any difference. They just added more bandwidth. Another thing that really blew my mind is when you're using the ATS function, you can now change the trip level, I'll call it, of the ATS. For shortwave, the default is 20 dBu for the signal strength, and the signal noise ratio is 7 dB. You can change those. I'll try to show it to you real quick. So if we push and hold, now you see this blinking. So now you can adjust those. I think, well, I didn't adjust it fast enough. Okay, all right, got to hold it down. You use the tuning knobs to adjust it. See there? And then you use the volume knob to adjust the other parameter. Pretty cool. And as a matter of fact, when I was playing around with it, because band conditions weren't very good for shortwave, I lowered those numbers way down, and it picked up every frequency. I got them too low. So I had to contact Anna because I hadn't written down what the defaults were. And so she gave me the defaults. I also asked her at the same time, is there a factory reset button? And with the idea of resetting those parameters that I changed, and I didn't remember what the default was. No, there is no factory reset button. So that answers that question. What else? Trying to think of anything else. It also has a favorites button. Let me zoom in here. Here's the favorites button. I haven't tried that yet. Something I gotta learn. And if you push, I believe, the 5 button, it turns the backlight on permanently. Well, what I mean permanently, until you turn it back off, which when I'm using a radio for the first time, I like the backlight to stay on. Or when I'm doing a demonstration, I like the backlight to stay on. So it has that function. Okay, let me put it down here. Like I say, the manual is pretty extensive. It has, which is not new, it has I'm trying to look it up. It has synchronous, yeah, it's easy for me to say. Synchronous detection. And the other one was the ETF, which I mentioned in the previous video, where you can have it do a search and then store not only the frequency found, the time of day, and then you can come back later, days later, whatever, and go to the ETF, and it will bring up the frequencies that it stored in memory based on what time of day, because it's got a clock, of course. Now, I was a little harsh, shall I say, about the battery. I want to tell you something. See this guy here? It's got the same battery. I just took this out of my storage drawer. It's been in there for 3 months. I haven't taken it out. It's been in there 3 months since I last did a review of this. And that's not to say I don't like this radio. I've been reviewing so many other radios. It's still got a full charge. Now it wasn't on and the backlight wasn't on, but you can see the clock was on. So I guess the circuitry in this thing doesn't draw a lot of power except when you got the backlight on. That's probably not very good. But like I say, I do that when I'm learning how to use a radio, because it gets very annoying when I'm trying to figure out how to do something and I look in the manual and I come back to the radio and the backlight's off. But now on this model, you can keep the backlight on permanently until you turn it off. So that's pretty cool. I think that's all I want to go over. I like to keep my shows around 10 minutes and less than 15 minutes. Otherwise, people fall asleep because I'm so boring. Okay, here we go. So I really, really like this radio. Now, as I said in the previous show I did on this, if you don't have, I'll call it high quality shortwave radio, and you have played with a less expensive shortwave radio that has shortwave, and you're interested in shortwave, which I think we all should be, especially now with all the world crisis going on, this is a great radio to get. Like I say, I love this one, the 330, and this is just that much better. I can't think of any negatives from this one. And like I say, the few negatives I had on this one were just nit. Like the case, that's a nit. The kickstand, that's my personal preference. Anyway, I babbled enough. I will be doing some shows coming up of showing you the performance on the various bands. And unfortunately, we just went through a storm here in Florida, so shortwave listening is pretty terrible. It's very cloudy and overcast right now, so I'm not going to even attempt it right now. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, that would really be nice. Again, have a great day. And again, thanks, Anna, for sending me this. Bye-bye.